Hello, my name is Philip Adelabu, and I want to explain the projects that I've just did. Is a website where news are being created from a third-party environment or application. Okay, this is the final look of the projects. With a welcome, let us know if you have a question, Moda. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 menu: home, sport, global news, technology, and about subscribers. But here is the file of the whole structural design of the sites. We have the project here folder itself here, and inside the project folder we have a data file. And why the data file here? It was just meant to actually I first and foremost try to get data from the Guardian's API side to get how the JSON structure look like, so that I could be able to try to explore and retrieve information. That this is the look of the example that I first try to study before making call to the exact URL here. And this is a key that I generated from the site. Now let's come down here to the index home page. The index home page, there's a particular section where actually I put my modal. This is my modal that pop up to the screen to welcome the user for the first time. Now in this section here is where actually I loaded the information of each news that appear here. So each news that appear here are being loaded down here into this particular section. But the main job actually is from the script. The script is the one that actually gets the news from third party API. Now here I have to import the URL from the data item.mgs as a Moodle JavaScript. I have to import the URL because the URL contains the entire link of the. Now here the show data is because I'm going to call a fetch, and the fetch is a promise where which it has await some feature outcome. So I make sure that I use async to declare the arrow function down here. So I need the section. The section is the place where I'm going to put this section. For example, this ID card display is actually the section I want to display the information. That's why I have to first call the section here when I call the function down here. So the main job of the show data is to make a call to the URL API call and confirm the JSON to install the JSON to the rest. So you want to make sure that what we have here is as a status called OK. If it's not OK, then we have to we'll do nothing. But if it's OK, we'll not step into the response data structure being received from the API. So I was trying to actually try to get a kind of a random number for 5 random item that's going to show here above down here. If you look very well here, see that this one is actually this is going up and coming in like kind of a slide using a set time interval. So this slide here has a just 5 particular item that can be displayed down there, and this is where that was handled. It was handled right here, okay, and right here I have it under here because this particular search function here, slash function here, is meant to hold the random number and call each of them to append a particular item within the random file being received. So also here I make my real call to the data here. So for the DB is holding the results of the main item that need to be displayed. So I use the DB for each to loop over each item element and append the element to the section that was shown previously. So this particular pass data here is one responsible to creating the div, the figure, the image, the address that need to be put together before we now pin to it to the main section. So I return the entire I return the entire um, so here is the example of how I wanted to pass these things. I have a div called card, I have another div with a class called card figure, then the figure that will hold the image, then the div that hold other information like the title, the content, and the address. So I needed to have this particular example here so that I can follow up down here and create exactly the way it is, and then I can append it into the section. Now this one also is to tell how the user come back earlier or not earlier, and this also here are meant to undo the modal function to make sure that they are active, or maybe they've come back on time or not, or probably click on the button of the modal to disclose off peak. So I also have other script here to get the weather of the day, the kind of weather forecast down here that I can show over there. This for the menu, allow the menu to be slide or to be closed down both in the small or large screen. So my style also comes down here. I have my style here. My style, I have the modal, on the modal style we have the news main for the large screen, we have the news main for the small or the general main style. So okay, so here I also have the sports, the site, the news. Each of them handle a particular news. So here I have my subscribe. My subscribe is to make sure that if a user wants to subscribe to the site, they can click here, and then they will have the name, the